I'm in. I'm in.
We're in, baby. So today is April 23rd. We're here today with Nathan Turner of Diversified Mortgage Expo. Nathan, if you could just introduce yourself real quick.
Yeah, pleasure. So yeah, my name is Nathan Turner. I live just outside of Calgary, Alberta, Canada, and I've been a note investor since 2009. I just love the note business, and so I'm happy to be doing what I'm doing. Everything I do is in the U.S. I just happen to live in Canada.
Absolutely. Well, the U.S. is a great market. He's hosting one of the best real estate note conferences that we have attended, Diversified Mortgage Expo. And that's when, Nathan?
That's coming up May 31st, June 1st in Nashville.
Absolutely. Well, we've seen extreme success at his conference, as well as outreach of potential clients, capital investors. People can procure their acquisition at Diversified Mortgage Expo. What other items that can people expect to see out at DME here in Nashville, Tennessee this year?
So the big things are, number one, networking. It's all about getting together with people either you know or you don't know, and being able to take your business to the next level just with the networking you're going to get there. Besides that, it's just the education. We're a no pitching conference. Nobody's allowed to sell anything. We're just there to educate. So we've got all kinds of stuff. We're going to be talking about topics all the way from market trends, where we're at. We've got somebody from Mortgage Bankers Association coming, all the way to raising capital, how to set up your structure legally and all that kind of thing, and so many things.
Absolutely. A lot of great panel discussions, local analytics for pricing, how to do due diligence. You know, there's a tremendous amount of value received from attending this event, as well as gaining further networking opportunities and building your countrywide Rolodex to be able to capitalize on the available opportunities with education and things of that nature. So we're actually, Mobile Mailbox Money, we'll be having a booth as well as a breakout room. So Nathan, we appreciate the opportunity to be able to provide further education and what we do on a monthly basis, which is originating notes. It's one of the best passive investment strategies for investors, tired landlords. I like that you had that in your description on your profiles. That's the proof in the pudding. Tired landlords are a big category of investors who are struggling with the day-to-day operations of long-term residential real estate conventional strategies. And, you know, it's a great transition for investors to be able to receive higher cash-on-cash returns than long-term rental strategies, but also create a homeowner and outpace inflation in an asset-backed strategy. Nathan, as far as your expertise in real estate notes, how long have you been investing in notes in particular?
So I got started in notes in 2008, 2009. And that's when in 2009, I took my first note course, all about notes and how they work. And at the time I was actually originating. So I had a bunch of properties that I had to work with, and I was selling them on terms, creating notes. 2010, I started buying non-performing notes, and that's a whole other animal. Just dealing with either borrowers that have not made payments, and sometimes they're willing, sometimes they're not, to start making those payments again. Sometimes the house is vacant. So we went through the whole gamut of just trying to figure out what we could do with different kinds of notes in different kinds of situations. So we did that for a long, long time, and then did hundreds of those. And now we're at a point where I put together a fund and we're just buying performing notes. Most of them are seller finance notes, so a lot of what you guys are doing, and they're fantastic investments. They're really good. They can be pretty hands-off.
Sure.
Even better if you're investing with somebody who knows what they're doing.
Absolutely. You know, there's a big difference in non-performing and performing at the end of the day. And the expertise in non-performing ends up having a better strategy in performing, because, you know, if and when that person ends up stop paying, you got your ducks in a row to be able to, you know, get that property reperforming in any specific fashion, whether that's loan modification or, trying to provide some other avenue for that individual to either vacate the property or, modify their terms of their contract. So those are all great, important factors when a capital investor is looking at investing in real estate notes. So I've actually got my partner here today, James Guajardo, and we'll be attending Diversified Mortgage Expo. James, if you could just introduce yourself here real quick.
Yeah, I'm James Guajardo. I'm president of Win Mobile Homes, and Alden is my son. I'm the old man in the group, and I've been around the block for a while doing historically custom homes, land investments, a lot of different options. And I'll tell you, note investing and creating notes for the opportunity of turning renters into homeowners has been probably one of the greatest gratifications that we have as personally, even for me individually, of helping people, someone become a homeowner is a great opportunity. So I'm really excited. We attended Nathan's event, the expo last year, and it was a great eye opener for us. Probably Alden and I would. Last year, 2023 was, I think, the first year that we started attending the other education note events, just to see what other investors are doing and what they're looking for, what type of returns will fit. And in Maricopa County, we're probably the largest note creator in the state, primarily on chattel loans, which is personal property, mobile homes, and mobile home parks. But there's become a new wave in regards to the quality of those specific notes, as well as the new demand for low-cost housing. Obviously, across the country, way back when, that note groups were promoting Indianapolis and Michigan and Ohio, you could buy that note for a $40,000 home, a $40,000 note. Nathan, what are those note numbers going at right now?
These days, if it's performing, depending on the interest rate, so there's some factors that go into that, but you're talking on performing note, 80, 85%. Back in the day, could have picked that up for 10 grand, easy.
Yeah, and the balances now in those Midwest markets are what? In comparison, they were 30, 40,000. What are they now, are you saying?
Yeah, and more like 80, 90, somewhere in that range.
Yeah, they're close to breaking 100,000. Yeah, so those institutions have really put a powerful pack on creating an increase in valuations on properties and raising rents. And we as, just like us, we have to look at it as smart, use our mind and say, is this here to stay? And I believe the rental market is here to stay, which offsets the opportunity and demand for long-term notes and investing in those notes. So we're pretty excited about it.
Yeah, no, I think he speaks for the both of us, that's for sure. I think there's a tremendous amount of opportunity in notes in general as the fluctuation in interest rates and institutional investment appetite for residential real estate has really made individuals either priced out of purchases across the country or left of the availability of quality housing in safe areas. And that's where we feel manufactured housing had come into a need in the market, because it not only provides that affordable price point, but we can offer seller financing on those notes and have a savvy investment strategy behind those because it fits within the rental market. So if we can match a mobile homes purchase with local rent on market rent in Maricopa County, Arizona, that ends up being a savvy financial investment strategy long-term, as the individual who's getting the seller financing, the end user can't go anywhere for any cheaper. And we're seeing that as a huge need here in Maricopa County because of rental rates, unaffordability of purchase price in residential real estate, as well as fluctuation in interest rates. And, the income hasn't kept up with the increase of residential purchase prices. So, you know, that's a perfect storm for these real estate notes and mobile home notes, as well as providing affordable housing to qualified individuals that just may fit just outside the strict banking criteria to secure a purchase.
So the expo this year, what's the total attendance do you think that you'll have attending that?
So last year, about 200. We expect that to grow. I think we'll be closer to 300 this year. We'll find out when all our tickets are sold.
Wow, that's awesome. Yeah.
It's great.
That's exciting. I thought it was a great hit last year. I think that, was that our first year that we had attended DME last year, James?
Yeah,
I think that
first year.
So we had attended Paper Source, we attended the Note Expo, Eddie Speed's Note Conference, and DME. And DME seemed to be a pretty big draw from individuals. And to hear there's another 100 people in attendance, that's exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Really looking forward to it. It's a lot of fun.
It shows that continued demand and interest and knowledge. You know, I still think that the note investment strategy side is virtually unknown in comparison to, you know, you've got every flipper in the country who's a guru. Yeah. But they continue to push the market. So most investors or people that want to get into real estate don't really think about the note strategy side, which is, I think, is still so new in comparison to the real estate flip model that most people, you know, you see. You don't see a weekly series on note investing on the A&E TV. You know, yet you'll see every hour on the hour, flip this old house, flip this new house, flip this, you know, New York investment deal. You know, that'd be great to come up with an idea to have a series on that, on how to invest in mobile home or in note flipping in general. Yeah, I never thought about that till right.
Call it flipping paper.
Flipping paper.
Yeah.
I'm curious, how long, like, what's the term on your notes that you typically do? How long are they?
Yeah, so with Mobile Mailbox Money and the notes that we originate, they're anywhere from average terms of 10 to 20 years. And we found success in that because it not only offered a more affordable monthly payment for the end user, but also provided capital preservation for the investor taking on that note and either acquiring it or hypothecating it, etc. As there's no prepayment penalties. So if they get, 7, 8 years in, they can either sell the house or refinance. And that original investment amount is really close to what they had originally invested. So that's why, what the average terms are on our notes.
As we do that, it's really the caps of the note is built off of the quality of the specific buyer. Yeah. So there is a double underwriting that in comparison to single family homes, the people have to be underwritten from the park, and the parks are normally requiring never have a previous eviction, no active bankruptcy, a steady income for the last 2 years with proof of income, 600 plus credit score. So they have a higher credit requirement than a standard single family home purchase. And then once they get approved with the park, they actually go through a second underwriting through our group, which we make them. Our goal is to make every single note Dodd-Frank compliant. So then we run it through a whole Dodd-Frank compliance component. And so once they get approved with the park and they get approved under our underwriting, really that's a pretty strong buyer. The chances of them defaulting is very, very slim. I think in the last year, out of the 70, 80 notes that we've originated, I don't think we've had one eviction in the last year, which is awesome. Yeah, we've had maybe 2 temporary modifications to help the people out. They lost the job, something happened. Sure. Our main goal is not to. Our main goal is to really work it out. At the end of the day, if somebody got approved through the park and approved through us, but something happened in their life that created a little bump in the road, our goal is to try to work it out the best we can. And as long as they're communicating with us, then our goal is to get them back on track and keep them going for that next, to get them through the 10-year note or whatever it is. So we think we've had a great play.
Yeah, and I love that about just notes in general, and what you're talking about is so common in the note industry. We're not after the house; we're there to help people continue to make payments, and I just think that is so fantastic. So when you think about that, you know, you can get into a note and collect payments on that note for 10 or 20 years on a really well secured note without having to take care of the property, without having to do any repairs, without having to fix toilets.
100%. It's a way to earn a return in real estate without owning any real estate.
It's fantastic. Yeah, I love notes. I just think it's just the best strategy. I could geek out on notes forever, but I just think it's a fantastic strategy. I love it. And so that's why I'm putting together this conference. Just come and learn. If you haven't learned about it yet, come and learn. If you're already in the business, this is the place to be. People are out there creating, selling, buying. Everybody's there. So it's a place to come and just get together with everybody and continue taking your business to that next level.
Yeah, whether it's building somebody's network or gaining the necessary tools in order to do your first deal, or even just kind of trying to, you know, entertain the idea of, and you know you're a tired landlord. DME is where it's at. We'll have a booth with Mobile Mailbox Money in a breakout room. I know some associates, the Note Investor University will be out there, Patrick Franz and Desi. They're both great education, you know, havens for individuals. And, you know, I'm sure Nathan Turner would be happy to take any questions that individuals may have. But Nathan, we're really excited here for DME 2024. We'll have to maybe go share a drink that day if you're not too busy. But again, we appreciate your time. We're very excited about this event and I appreciate the opportunity in having you here today.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, I can't recommend enough people that whether it's my conference or somebody else's conference, you have to get out there. You have to get out there and start meeting people and just increase that network. So mine's coming up, so I highly recommend it. But get out there, meet people. I hope to see everybody there.
Absolutely. Well, hey, Nathan, we appreciate having you here today. That's Mobile Mailbox Money.
Thanks, Nathan.
You bet. Thank you.